Hi, today's topic is love spells. I was looking online for something to talk about, I guess, and I came across this topic, which I find very interesting because the idea that you can manipulate somebody into loving you or feeling the same way you feel has been something that humans, I guess, are intrigued to do, especially if you have that unrequited love and you're the only one feeling that way. In my opinion, they're not good. Well, I don't think they work, but if they did, they wouldn't be good because then it wouldn't be real. It would be something that you just, manifested and manipulated in somebody else to occur. Um, and I don't like the idea of the God-given free will being taken away from somebody. Everybody has their own choice on who they're gonna fall in love with and who they're gonna love, and we all deserve to have that. And to take that away from somebody because you feel that way and you want to force that on somebody else is just wrong. I've always found it interesting. They had that movie Love Potion Number 9. I liked it. I thought it was cool, but it basically shows you how not good that is. You should watch it, by the way. Leave your comments, responses about what you think about love spells, and do you think they work, and do you think it's fair to cast something like that? I'm a big firm believer that you can pretty much make anything happen if you believe in it strong enough. But you can never force somebody to feel something they don't. That's just not possible to create that in somebody. That's why we all have free will and we're all able to make our own choices and decisions. But that's pretty much my opinion on love spells. I don't think they should exist. I don't think any spell really should be exist unless it's like something to heal. I like those. Those are good. But I'm not really into spells anyway. Personally, it's just not my thing. For me, I think it's more when somebody's in that, not to say that what they believe in is wrong or anything. Everybody has the right to believe in their own thing. But for me, it's more like a placebo. You know what I mean? You do a ritual and it just makes you feel like you're doing something about the situation. And that's perfectly fine. Some people need that to get themselves going. But when you start using it in the wrong way, apparently I burnt my knuckle. That's nice. And the sun is coming in, so now I got a shadow on my face. So now I gotta talk like this, kinda. To use it just in any way negative, it's just not good. Obviously, I'm always wary of karma because it's true. Whatever you send out is what you get back in, and I don't see the point in bad. You know what I mean? It's bad. Bad in a good way is fun, but bad in a bad way, negatively, it's not good. Come here, Munchkin. I've shown her before, but this is my puppy and I love her. But yeah, when it comes to love spells, or just stay away from them. It makes no sense. If that person likes you, that then it's gonna come to fruition eventually. And if they don't, they don't. Find somebody else. I mean, God, there's so many fish in the sea. These types of things tend to make people become obsessive and they get consumed by the whole thing. Love can be a very dangerous thing if you're not careful. There's countless cases of murders that occur with an ex or with a current, and you just have to be aware that if it's an emotion that you can't control, you should definitely get help. I'm for love in a healthy way, but once you see that you're getting obsessed or you're becoming obsessive and that's all you think about, and and like you're trying to figure it out and you're getting mad because they're living their life. You can't do that. If you really love somebody, then you have to take it for what it is and let them lead their own life. You have to love, and if it's not reciprocated, let it go. Otherwise, you really don't care about that person and it was all about you. And that's not good. You know what I mean? I think it's horrible when people get to the point where they're stalking somebody else and they're like being confrontational, and then it escalates to a point where you really can't turn back, and that's how murders and assaults of that nature happen. Crimes of passion, which was the word I was looking for earlier. And it's because people let that emotion take them to a level where they're no longer in control. And that's never good for anybody. So if you ever find yourself to the point where actually looking for these things and you're like inquiring about them, then you're getting towards the level where it's not healthy anymore how you feel. That's my personal opinion. I don't think, like, once you get to the level where you're looking for love spells and you're like, how do I get this person? Then you passed the point of normal feelings and you've crossed the line to obsessive feelings. And if that is the case, then Lord Jesus, talk it out with them. If you can, or talk to somebody else that can help you, because it's going to take you somewhere that might not be so great. And then that person might never want to even talk to you or be friends with you at all. And that's not good. You know, if you really love somebody, then you want to be able to be around and at least be in their life in some kind of way. And if you can't handle it, then you part amicably. That doesn't always work out. We're human beings, and as creatures with emotions and intensities, it does tend to get out of hand. But with time, everything tends to work out and fall into place. I know this from personal experience. I've been through a lot of things since I'm now older, and I've recognized certain aspects and been able to handle them accordingly. And I know, because I've been at the brink where it kind of gets too much and you're thinking about it too much, and it kind of becomes a thing that you're always talking about, and it's just not fun for anybody, because then your friends get tired of hearing you. It's like, damn, she's talking about this shit again. Ugh. Then they don't want to hang out with you no more, and that's never fun. But you're able to overcome it, and you can. You just have to focus your mind elsewhere and just say, it didn't work. Let me take a break, figure myself out, find myself. Because normally a lot of that has to do with the self, really. You have to figure yourself out and love yourself first. And it's very true that you cannot at all depend on another person to be in charge of your happiness. You cannot. It is impossible. You will cry and be hurt a lot, be depressed, and get all kinds of crazy. And that's not good. You have to find a solace and a good place within yourself that you can go to whenever you are sad, and then you can come out of it okay. Because things always do get better. It just takes time. People get in this bubble sometimes, you know, and everything seems dark, and then they can't get out of there. They're just in there like, oh, this is so horrible. I hate my life. FMLA. And then they just get really, really bad. But sun always comes out. It's coming out right now, see? And things change. Life changes, you change. You just gotta let it happen. If you jump the gun and make some rash decisions and things end up going the wrong way, or may even end prematurely, you'll never know what life would have been like, you know? So give yourself time if you're in that place, and focus on things that you enjoy doing, and, you know, meditate. If you come together and life brings you guys together and your paths cross and you could become friends or capture something, then great. If not, life goes on, you know. There's plenty of people out there. Not necessarily you're gonna be intimate with everybody or start a relationship or feel those emotions for anybody else again. But you might find somebody better that you feel even greater emotions for, or that's the person that you're supposed to be with, you know? I don't know how all of that works. Nobody does, but if it's not there with that person, then move on to the next one, or move on with yourself and then the next one. That's normally the best plan. If it doesn't work there, then sit down with yourself, figure out what's going on with you, and then let life happen, and you might meet somebody else. But don't rush into anything, and don't look up love spells or anything like that. I mean, if you want to, you could. It's a free country. But they're not good. Just know they're not good. And that's my opinion on that. And I'll see you guys around. Bye.